Hey, beautiful soul fam, it's Alisha Brashay here at Cosmic Gateway. Wow, um, it feels like eternity since I have recorded and connected with you all in this way. I'm super excited to record these videos and get this out. So it has been a month. I know I did the audio, a fortnight ago, but I have to say time is just so distorted in the sense that feels like years ago. Although I have had a lot going on. So as you can see, I'm in a new space. I have moved. So I've moved house. I've had a lot going on in between seeing clients and doing sessions and posting and sharing and all the good stuff that goes with these energy shifts and changes. But I'm good. Thank you for everyone who's been a little bit concerned. I'm good. I've just been really busy, and to be honest, I think that's probably a good place to start, because I know I'm not the only one that has kind of been in this bubble. It's the only way I can describe it. There's been this, um, I feel like I have been less connected to the collective energy, and I know that it stands to reason that when you're so focused on getting things done, and you have to kind of integrate or be more in the 3D world, you can feel less connected at times. But I think this is different because I know that a lot of people have been going through similar to what I've been experiencing and haven't been moving house or going through all the shifts and changes that I have. So I think that I've been pondering on this for a little bit, and there's a lot of information shared, but bear with me. I've got a lot of announcements, new changes, really exciting stuff. So I'm just going to go off the top of my head of some of the most prominent um, things, um, themes, things that have been coming up. And so the first one is this being disconnected from let's say being disconnected from the intensity of the collective. For those who are very tapped into the collective energies and the shifts and changes, and also with Gaia herself, as there's that transformation happening. Yeah, there's been like this buffer or this difference, which is, to be honest, has been a really beautiful respite and relax, because the last few years, ever since my Kundalini awakening, it's been so much more heightened and intense than it ever was, and I was already sensitive. And so it feels like, I don't know, there's this buffer. It's like I can tap into it, I can feel into it, but I'm not being affected massively, which is really nice. And I know not everyone is experiencing that. I know that there's some people really in the trenches at the moment, and I do want to acknowledge, as I saw that 333, I do want to acknowledge that, because I know that for many people right now, it's really facing some really dark shadow, really deep healing. And it feels to me like with that, what's coming through is stuff that has been, now I know some people would say, things that people have been avoiding. And yes, from some perspectives that can be the case, but I always like to reframe, and the wording language is so important to me. And I guess the way that I was thinking about it prior to making this video is, let's say it's been preparation. It's not that it's been an avoidance, but it hasn't been the time. It hasn't been the time to dig and unearth that massive healing that has been required, because I think there's a certain level that we need to attain before we can go to the depths of certain things, and acknowledge them and heal them. It doesn't necessarily have to be really painful process, although yes, sometimes it is, right? And it feels like for a group, or for a lot of people, there is that coming up at the moment. And so I do want to extend my love and acknowledgement to those people who are going through that. I think for me, I went through something similar, or I went through a phase of that probably more October, November. And so, as you can see, there's been a lot of really positive changes after going through confronting some really heavy stuff, and having really difficult conversations, and um, being able to surrender and let go. And, so if you are going through it, know that coming out of that, it does bring a big reality shift and change. So just, yeah, just leave that there. What else? Hmm. There is so much. Sunday Sesh is a new segment that's going to be running every Sunday evening, with collaborators of Cosmic Gateway, or people who I like to connect and collaborate with. So make sure you tune in for that. That will be live every week. It'll be live streamed, so you can jump on in there and ask questions and talk to everyone and chat with everyone. So really looking forward to doing that. That live stream. So that'll be a live stream on Facebook, and then I will record and upload the recording to YouTube, or I might even work out a way that I could do both. But at the moment, that's going to be the format. So, and I have, ever since I've only been here less than a week, and I have felt so inspired and so creative, and it's really quite a beautiful sanctuary. And I really, there's a lot of new things coming through in 2020 through my work. There's going to be a lot of programs, a lot of teaching, new website, new services. It's sort of, I'm going into a very exciting phase with my work, and coming here, I guess one of the main intentions was to have a space that I could be inspired and focus. And it's certainly been that. Obviously, not every day. I've just literally come out of three days of having to rest. I've had some physical. I have had let's say a condition in my foot. Well, that's how I've known it for most of my life. I see it very differently now. I see it as something very, very different that is assisting me. It's just that my body doesn't like it, or it helps manage my energy levels. So occasionally I do get put to bed and can't get out for a couple of days. So I've just come out of that space. The beautiful thing is I can still do sessions. It just means that I can't get up and move around much. So, it doesn't really impact, but I know in those times that I'm really called to pull right in, um, and do very little and just really rest, because I'm one of those people that have to be told to stop, because when I'm going, I'm firing on all cylinders, and it's very productive and I get a lot done. But sometimes I don't know my limitations and I just push too far, and it's kind of been something that I've learned. I'm much better at it, but I think we can all sort of have a smirk about that one, because I think there's a lot of people that probably resonate with that. And would love to hear in the comments if you're one of those people that they've learned to slow down, and especially adjusting into new ways of living while going through the ascension process. I know that I was one of those people that I had to have I'd come home from work, and this was back when I was teaching. So before I transitioned to doing this full time, I would come home and I would have to clean and, do all my assessments, and I would have to do cook the dinner, walk the dog. I had to do all those things before I would allow myself to rest. And it was just wearing me out. And I really got called to no, come home, rest, then do the rest when you're rejuvenated. And it was, since then, and I think that was around 2014, 2015, that I started to change um, my routine and how I did things. And I found it was hard to do because the programming's there and it's so strong. Um, but it really changed a lot. And I found that I could get more done when I was in that space of inspired action rather than pushing. So I don't know, that just came out. Obviously, that's a message for someone. Someone needed to hear that. So what have I got? I have got new artwork. I have got a new format. I've got a few announcements. So the first two announcements is I will be doing 2 transmissions in December. I'm super excited about that. The transmissions have just been getting more and more amazing and powerful, and that's thanks to the people who join and sign up. They're just, I don't know, they're magical. So if you're interested in that, there will be one on 12/12. So the 12/12 gateway, which is on the full moon that we've got coming up in Gemini. So very twin like. So that one will be more specifically around divine partnership. And so I'll put the details in the description box below if you want to sign up and join. Obviously, it's live, but you can also watch the replay. So we've got that one there, and then we're going to have December solstice. So that's coming up here in Australia. The official time for the solstice is the 22nd, sometime in the afternoon. I think 3:40 p.m. in the afternoon. But it is 21/12, or the 21st of December. 7 years since 2012. So there's a big sort of energy cycle closing up around that. It's very, very exciting, because stepping into this new decade, the energy is just building, and I think why we've gone through and pushed through such heavy stuff in the final months of this year is because I really do believe that we're being asked to, step into this new energy with not holding anything from the previous cycle. So I know for me, once I arrived here, I did have a few days of a lot of crying, a lot of purging, a lot of emotion coming to the surface, and it wasn't all bad. There was a lot of joy and gratitude as well. But the theme for me, and what I noticed with other people, it was, it was of this year, of 2019. It was of the last 4 years. And also going back to the last 10 years. So we really are wrapping up a bit of a decade, and cycles within cycles at the moment, energetically and emotionally and mentally, and probably physically too. A lot of people I know are also moving, like I am being called to move to different places around the globe, and near and far, so people traveling, and there's all sorts happening. So just remember, we are moving into the silly season, as we like to call it here. And it can be quite triggering, so just know to go very gentle on yourself when you need to, and know that support's here. I am back doing sessions, so if you feel that you would like to connect with me for energy alignment, or have a look at some of the new sessions that are coming out, divine partnership, there's a lot, and there's going to be more. So if you feel that you need support, I'll put the details in the description box below. Connect with me. I'd love to connect with you. I'd love to work with you. So let's get into it. So the new format, and this is, I want to thank all the beautiful collaborators that I work with, and a special shout out to Kaya, Heart to Heart, who just we collaborated a month ago, I think it was, and doing her artwork is just amazing. Her sessions are just amazing, and it was really good because it really kind of pushed me into something I've thought about for a while, but I haven't haven't got around to doing, and that is announcing, doing some intuitive art. For a year or more now, people have asked me if I sell my artwork or if I do commissioned work, and thank you all for a keen interest in that. It's something that I do as a process, because I enjoy it, and it's a way for me to connect with that creativity and connecting with the divine. I guess it's a meditative practice for me, and it's just something that's developed unexpectedly. So what I've done now is I've created new artwork. Well, first of all, I am offering sessions, so I'll put that. So it's intuitive art. So it's intuitive guidance. More specifically, I feel that this is going to be around soul missions. So if you're looking to step into soul mission, to understand better your soul mission. I think that's one thing that I sort of focus on a lot in sessions, to really, I really envision this world where everyone is doing what they're meant to do. What we all came here to do, amazing things. And I love to see people shine and do what they're meant to do. So, but obviously it's not limited to that. It'll be whatever comes through. So what is included in that is a recorded audio of the intuitive messages and original piece of art that's personalized to you. So in there I do offer a form so you can put down your intentions or questions, and it will be catered around that. So if you're interested, I'm doing a bit of a promo special for $77.77, just to see, for me to start off and see how that flows. But if you're interested, I'll put the details down there. Also, I have done extendeds for the intuitive guidance insights. So as I have painted the new creations, I have recorded the messages that have come through as I have been painting them, and I've already recorded these. They're roughly about 20 minutes, just under, so between 15 and 20 minutes of audio of me tuning into the messages that are coming through the artwork. That's how I work. And I know that the art sometimes really speaks to people. So I've offered that as an extended version. And extended is something that I've also been wanting to do for quite some time. I wasn't sure how. And all of a sudden, this creative flow has come in. So I hope you enjoy that. It means the world to me to, if you do purchase the extendeds and try that out and see if it's something that speaks to you. I'm just trialing and erroring as we go at the moment. And I hope you enjoy the new artwork and the new readings. So pretty much nothing changes. I will put the links below to the individual guidance readings for the different cards. So we've got A, B, and C. So without waiting any longer, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for being patient with me while I've been in such a flux of transition. Things will get back to normal soon. Or things are changing and new normal. So tune in, pick a card, see which one speaks to you. Remember, there are the extenders if you want to go deeper into the meanings of the artwork and the messages that have come through. They're absolutely stunning. They really are. So this is A. So card A or reading A. There's that one there. Whew. I feel excited. It's going to be interesting to see how they... This is B. Card B or reading B. And lucky last, we have C. So this one here, card C. So tune in, pick a card or pick two, pick three, whatever speaks to you. And I will come back with the separate messages. So thank you so much all for tuning in, sending so much love, sending you just abundance and love and prosperity for as we move into December. It's going to be a really powerful month, and let's finish the year with a bang. So much love. Make sure you tune in on Sunday Sesh for the live stream, and speak to you soon. Bye.